Welcome back to That Women's Show. Ever wondered why people like Richard Branson and Bill Gates become wealthy doing what they do, while you could lose all your wealth by doing exactly the same things? Well, it may have something to do with your wealth profile. Here to tell us more about it is Wealth Dynamics Master Practitioner, Michelle Kruger. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, what is wealth dynamics?
What is wealth dynamics? Usually people listen and they see wealth dynamics, they think it's got to do with money. It actually hasn't. Wealth dynamics is a unique form of profiling where we are able to identify people's natural talents and tell them which game to play, to go out there to understand what they can do that's going to best suit them, instead of them trying to apply themselves to something that might not suit them. And in a nutshell, it is trying to see what you're naturally good at and then playing that for the rest of your life.
So is this kind of like a recruitment tool? Or?
It is indeed. I discovered this wonderful tool last year, and literally I could say it finally made sense, and I realized I am exactly who I am. So I thought, what a brilliant tool to go to market with. Why? Because in recruitment, as you know, I'm in the recruitment field, candidates usually just look for a job. They look for what's going on and then they want to apply it, but it's not naturally what they're good at. And that's why I took the tool and I thought, brilliant. If I'm able to help candidates in that step before they go ahead and they actually go find that job, they would first find out what they're naturally good at and then help them guide their careers. So I thought, brilliant. And that's why I looked at putting wealth dynamics within the recruiting field.
Well, it's a great tool because often when you think about your own skills and your abilities, you kind of, in some cases, you don't recognize them all. And then when you actually read something and you go into something like this, it kind of puts it out in a strategic way, which makes sense to you. I mean, often people recognize things in you that you don't see yourself, right?
Exactly, exactly. And sometimes you say, oh, I wish I wasn't that way, or you look at somebody else and you think, I wish I could do it your way, you know, and you shouldn't, because they think the same thing about you, but you just have those talents, so why not embrace them? You know, make peace with them. It's like making peace with your body, and just live according to that philosophy.
And grow them.
Exactly, exactly, just as you say there, yes.
Now, what exactly can you learn about a person through this particular tool?
Basically what we do, once you've done the profiling tool, profiling test, my apology, it's a 30-minute test. Through that we would be able to identify their creativity level. We would be able to identify their relationships, which we call their blaze, which is all to do about how good they are with clients. We would see at their sensory levels, if they are good in timing. If you tell them, do that report, are they able to complete that report on time? Or is it, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then thirdly, it's from a systems perspective, what they do from a systems perspective. Are they very detailed orientated or not? Through this tool, we would be able to identify those 4 unique areas, which is spring, blaze, tempo, and steel. And according to that, we can then help and guide them to find that position or to make that move in the company that would best suit them.
So you tell people exactly what type of job they should be looking for?
I wouldn't say exactly. I would say we would offer that guidance. You would find that we would call it, for instance, somebody, you know, is a creator. And we would say Claire is a creator. So what basically happens is we say to her, we want you to go work in the accounts department, and when you work in the accounts department, you now have to do these figures. And what happens? She's going to be miserable because that's not her natural flair. So that is how I'm able to guide her. But if she thinks the money is great and she wants to go work there, can I stop her from doing that? No. It's purely guiding them and saying to them, embrace your natural talents and find a job that's going to make you happy and plan your future in Dubai to where you want it to be.
Right.
Now, this sounds like it would be a great tool for management because, you know, like they say, a happy employee is a productive employee.
Absolutely, absolutely. I had an instance the other day where we had a wonderful lady which we employed, and she looked at the gentleman and she said, I would love to do sales, but they put her in an administrative position. And once she applied the tool, they thought, great, you know, she's got the unique talents and she's a star. Usually stars are the people that build your brand. They're the people that go out there and people are just attracted to them because of their personalities, and they just do it naturally.
They seem to have such a good energy to be around as well, and people always love that, right?
Exactly. Lovely energy, and people listen to them, you know, they're attracted to them, and they are able to build anything what they do. People like Oprah is a star, and people are attracted to her because it's something she does naturally. So yes, that's how wonderful it can be for corporates if they just move people around and don't look at where they want them to be, but first look at them as people and then move them.
So maybe employees make this mistake on a regular basis where they're thinking logically and they're thinking for business, and they're so tied up in the whole business aspect of things that they're not actually looking at the individual. But do you think this is something that will kind of take off in Dubai?
I would say most definitely. If we see at the tool, this tool can be geared towards corporates, finding out what their staff is really doing and reorganizing it according to their natural talents. Secondly, there is entrepreneurs that works in companies, and there's entrepreneurs that work in their own businesses, and sometimes their businesses fail in the first year. They don't understand why. It's because they are not naturally playing the game that they should be playing to build their companies. And it's a very unique formula. Once you know the formula, you can accelerate it. And yes, I do believe Dubai is always open to new ideas and always open to seeing what they can do new for the Emiratis, for anybody that owns a business here or anybody that works in a company. So yes, you know, it's a definite way forward.
Now, there are different profiles that come up once you do this test. There are 8 profiles, I believe?
Correct, yes.
Okay, what are they?
Basically, they are creators, as Claire is a creator. People always say they've got their heads in the clouds, and you try to bring them down because they're always their heads in the clouds.
I'd say that's about accurate.
That's right. Basically, what they do is they conceptualize your ideas very quickly. They're very good with conceptualizing, very good with going to market with strategies. Then once they've done that, they hand it through to a star. You're a star. So
Thank you.
Yes, you're a star, but your profile is a star. So what happens
now we know
next?
this because we've actually taken the test, which is a 15-minute test.
Exactly.
So let's just let the viewers know a little bit about the test that we actually went through.
The test can be taken online. We provide you with a username and a password, which is taken online, and after 30 minutes or 15 minutes, it depends on how quickly you do it, it comes up with your whole report, and we can then consult with you as the master practitioner, myself, to let you understand the profile.
So we did this, and we came out as a creator and a star.
Exactly. What a great team, you know.